아, 여길 다시 오게 되네.
Look, up ahead.
뭐요? 뭐요? 어?
Arthur, are you hurt?
안 돼.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
어,
You have to
수돈.
do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The
흑기사?
Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds,
헐.
poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
야, 쟤 부축 좀 해라. 나 혼자 갔다 올게. 아, 이거 씨.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
너희랑 싸울 시간이 없다. 헐, 안 돼.
Are we too late?
여기 흑막인 줄
Might
알았던
still be
곳인데.
someone inside.
안 돼.
No.
Damn it.
아니, 여기를
I
왜?
thought you lot were all spent.
아이씨.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
방금 마더리스라고 하지 않았어?
These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
어?
And for their crimes shall they be
너희가
punished.
흑기사냐?
Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we
내가 아는
swear.
흑기사는 정의로워야 한다.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
일단 선빵 맞고 가자고. 이리와 이 개새끼들아. 이리와. 니들이 사람 새끼요? 흑기사가 되어라. 다 흑으로 돌려보내줬습니다. 이렇게 약하다고?
Is that all of them?
I think so.
아니야, 저 새끼들 끈아풀이야. 진짜는 따로 있을 것 같다. 오, 괜찮은 것들이 있네.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
수도 원장은 어디 있는 거지? 걔 걔잖아.
The abbot.
와, 그냥 다 죽여버리네.
The bearers died protecting him. calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
이악 물고 싸웠다는 소리네.
Clive. He's breathing.
어?
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will
헐.
return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid.
Ah.
And tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
아, 갔나 보다.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
나 참. 여기가 슬픔의 만인 이유가 있었구만. 참, 진짜 게임 정말 일로 가면 못 갈 것 같은데. 그러게 원장님 의심했었는데 그렇게 됐네. 뭐지 저 새낀? 저게 뭐야? 저게 뭐예요? What the fuck? 이게 뭐야? 아리만? 리스키몹. 발리스제아 각지에는 리스키몹이라는 흉포한 마물과 야만족이 서식하며 쓰러뜨리면 토벌 보상과 귀중한 마테리얼. 와 씨발.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
내놔.
Too slow. Nice try.
악마인가? 생긴 거 봐. 존나 그 피코 데블몬 같이 생겼어. 뭐야 내 몸에 뭐 생겼는데? 뭐야 이거 뭐해? 아! 아 이거 땡기는 거 늦었다. 스타일이 하나 더 생기니까 정말 헷갈리네. 새끼가 너와 이 징그러운 새끼야. 이 새끼 봐라. 와우. 와우 새끼. 야랄 났네 이거. 뭐야 안 맞았어? 마세이. 이쯤 되면 되겠다. 예스. 와우. 돈 엄청 많이 주는데?
You didn't see that coming.
으아. 생긴 거 보소. 생긴 건 별로 안 스타일 것 같이 생겼는데. 씁쓸하구만.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
희망이 없어 희망이. 뭔가 돈이 있는데도 쓸 데도 없다 이 게임은. 상인도 변변찮어. 포션 값도 그렇게 비싸지도 않고 포션도 잘 쓰지도 않고.
Better already. That's better.
무기는 거의 다 그냥 재료를 업그레이드하고. 참. 이래서 전쟁 나면 돈이 휴지 조각이 된다는 게. 아 근데 잠깐만 궁금한 게 하나 있는데. 이 어빌리티도 그렇고 그거는 없나 따로? 그 변신했을 때 쓸 수 있는 그런 스킬은 따로 없나? 모르겠네. 가운데 거? 없어? 약간 그 덩치로 변했을 때 쓸 수 있는 기술 그렇구나. 나중에 생길지도 모르고 없음 말고. 다들 난리네 난리여.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now,
아니
I
그냥
need swords and men to wield them,
숨어서 평화롭게
preferably
사시죠.
big ones.
저한테
If
맡기시고.
those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
스톨라스?
Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
뭐 우리가 데리고 있는 집단인가 보지 뭐. 뭔가 일단락은 됐는데 결국 또 씁쓸하구만.
No. Where's Gav?
가브.
I hear there's trouble there.
요. 게브.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that
눈이.
scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So,
아니,
you
샹,
remember how
저건
quick
또
the
뭐야?
Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
아니 존나 크네.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
자, 2개째 가자고.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
더럽게 많네.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
지인이 있어?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
오토의 사무 업무 개방. 지원품 창구 리스키몹 게시판? 이거 현상금 같은 건가 보다. 근데 뭐 잡을 필요가 있나? 돈이 워낙 남아돌아서.
What are we waiting for indeed?
가자. 뭐 희귀 재료 준다고 하긴 했는데 뭐 일단 됐습니다. 스토리가 더 궁금해서 저는. 아, 잘못 눌렀어. 아이씨, 말하다가.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
걔를 왜 데려와? 반대쪽
I
문도
needed
이러면
his
어떡하려고.
eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow
약간
and
클라이브가
change
너무
present itself.
시드 무새가 된 것 같기도 하고.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
맞다, 얘 거기 포로였지.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
포트 이졸대로.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
와, 아이씨. 눈치 챙겨. 경치 보잖아. 뭐야, 아직 남았어? 아, 쓸데없이 멀리 있는 애들까지 같이 맞았네. 아, 선생님들. 아, 참나, 그거. 그냥 가든가. 너희를 잡고 싶지 않아. 이씨. 지금 저기 가기 전에 여길 먼저 날씨가 굉장히 좀 을씨년스럽다. 이 마을도 뭔가 느낌이 좀 쎄한데?
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
흑기사다.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have
한
our
새끼
full
잡아서
cooperation.
고문해갖고 다 불게 만들면.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
여기요.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on
반역자가
garrison,
나타났다고?
supplies stolen. They even say a black
그럼 우리
shield
편 아니야?
was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good
우리?
coin for
우리가
information
뭐
on
했어
the
지금?
culprits.
우리 얘기는 아닌 것 같은데. 에이, 설마 우리겠어? 우리가 뭐 했는데?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
뭐야 이 새끼?
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
추종자까지 생겨버린 판국인 건가?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village.
아까 그
We have
사람이잖아.
nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger.
뭐
The
이해는
Empire is a
된다.
harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my
그래도
people the
무례하게가 아니라
Viceroy's wrath,
정중하게
then I
나가달라고
will
하긴
gladly
하네.
submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
이래저래 취급이 참.
These people live with a knife to their throats.
그
In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
야,
And
산길
directly into the
그래픽
path
보소.
of whoever or whatever lurks here.
뭐야 이거? 이 새끼들 왜 여기서 나와? 유물 유적 터져서 나온
What do you
건가?
think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
무시해
I have
무시해.
an idea. You're not going to like it.
아니 시아마 또 있네? 무시해 무시해 무시해. 지금 그게 중요한 게 아니야. 그냥 안에 있는 유물 터져가지고 다 밖으로 기어 나온 것 같아. 더럽게 많네. 이건 못 참는데? 아이씨, 상자를 인질로 잡았네. 치사한 새끼들! 레벨업. 설마 또 조개 껍질이겠어. 오, 뭐 여러 가지 좋네. 야, 다리 보소. 혐기사다, 혐기사.
More of my mother's men.
벼락 맛 좀 봐라 이 새끼들아. 와이야. 나가 이 새끼야. 아, 이러면 6발 한 놈한테 다 나가나? 오, 저렇게 되는구만. 흑벌레 컷. 아이씨, 놀래라. 아, 비켜 비켜. 니네 뭐야? 가자 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 가자.
Blood, Clive.
아니 피
And still
뭐야?
wet.
많이도 흘렸는데?
You were told to stay in your homes.
뭐하긴 니네 머리 수집했지. 흑벌레 새끼들.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel.
불시의 수호자는 뭐야?
Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness,
그러게,
that we may
동생-
purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords
아
we
말이 많아.
swear.
빨리 뒤질 새끼가.
Say that again.
분량이 많아. 분량 챙기지 마 이씨.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
니는 오래 못 살아 어차피. 조만간이야. 누가 말하래. 너 일로 와. 겁다 새끼. 자기가 힐러다 손. 등 긁어주기. 올려배기. 천벌. 우리 집 개한테 뭐 하는 거야? 개새끼야, 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 개새끼야. 그렇지. 하나 잡아서 물어보는 게 짱이야.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message.
뭐래? 진짜 몰라요.
Friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal.
뭐야? 알려주네.
Guardians of the Flame.
설마 씨발 거기 애들 다 잡아서 죽여놓은
Those
거
are Old
아니야?
Hills gates.
Then we hurry.
아니 개색. 또. 아니 씨발 여기 이 동네는 시민이라는 게 존재할 수 있기는 해? 존나 미쳤네 진짜. 설마. 아 이제 설마도 아니다. 에휴 씨. 아 뭐해?
Find something, boy. Death.
아니.
Found her.
환장하네 진짜. 아니 이거 닥소보다 더 암울한 것 같기도 하고. 이제 무슨
This was my mother's doing.
아직도 이걸 어머니라 그러네. 와.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
진짜 싹 다 죽였네. 이게
We're
맞나?
approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
난 파이널 판타지가 이렇게 딥 다크인 줄 몰랐어. 이렇게까지 다크해? 아니 씨발 이 정도라고? 이번 짝이 특히 더 그래? 뭐 그래서 재밌긴 한데 야
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
와. 정적의 해변. 몬스터 그냥 바글바글하구만. 와 뭐야 여기 실크 스트랜드?
The Lazarus. What happened
마을
to this
존나
place?
이쁜데 지금
Not
분위기가
much
워낙
The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
야 농담칠 분위기도
That's
안
the main
나와.
gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough,
Fuck off! And the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
중세다 중세.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
아까 그 마을인가 보다.
The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
재회?
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
약간 스포당한 것 같은데 퀘스트 이름은 좀 짱. 좀 그러네. 어? 이건 안 열리겠지?
Now we know why the refugees didn't come here.
Keep looking then.
뭐 다른 사람일 수도. 아까 그 뭐냐 지인이 있다 그랬잖아. 그 사람일 수도 있지 않아? 그 사람의 가능성이 더 클 듯?
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Hello? Anybody? 갔는데 막 씨발 숙부 시체 있고 막.
Not abandoned then.
어?
Oi! Visitors!
도적이라고? 뭐 하냐 여기서?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
뭐야? 오케이. 오케이. 이렇게 또 살생을 하게 되는구만. 뭐 할지 알지? 재배라는 게 이런 뜻이었어? 도적과 재배라니. 까불고 있어 이씨.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And
뭐야?
he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's
잠깐만, 쟤 성룡 아니야? 아닌가?
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you
맞나?
died.
제키찬? 아니, 다 죽였는데 씨발.
Forgive me, my lord.
안 돼.
I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
다 태워 죽였는데.
Founder.
도적질이 나다니.
It is. So wait.
아, 근데 약간 이 불편한.
We can speak inside.
니네 동료 다 죽었. 오케이. 어? 안 죽었네. 아, 죽이지 않았다는 설정.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the
얘들이
Empire
그럼 그
could make
시불의
examples of us.
그거네.
Though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the
시불의
Guardians of the
수호자.
Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been
그러니까
ignorant of
베어라한테
their value
존나
to the
옛날에
realm.
뭐 두들겨 맞았나? 왜 저렇게까지?
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
그래도 웨이드 여기서 나름 대장 노릇하고 있었네.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
새끼 실력 좀 많이 길렀나?
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
아 근데 왜 죽을 것 같냐? 아 씨발 짜증나네. 아.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
요.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and
뭔가
provoke the
대교
main
이름이
host at their
귀엽다.
encampment.
뷰잇.
Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
Sir Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
주인공 가슴팍에 있는 끈 두 개 존나 거슬리네 아까부터. 근데 아, 말 안 하려 그랬는데 잘라버리고 싶네.
Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
게스트. 자, 가자. 흑기사 토벌하러.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
오케이.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village.
몰아내자고 이
We tracked down the
새끼들.
bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game
Time
of
to
cat
fight.
and mouse ever since.
자, 다들 빠지십시오.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I did that.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
여기냐? 저 새끼들이다. 요 흑벌레들.
What is it now? I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black
깝치네.
Shields?
저 뒤에 있는 법사 새끼들 먼저다.
Die along with your flame.
존나 뭐 있는 것처럼.
Forest area.
자, 맞고 시작하자고.
Your petty revolution ends here.
뭐야, 존나 약한데?
Swords we swear.
아까 그 도적대들보다 약하잖아. 니네 흑기사야? 얼었다. 강아지가 죽었어.
Reinforcements from the far bank.
Another wyvern to find out
씨발. 더 큰 게 있었잖아. 나도 크게 싸우는데 내려와 이 새끼야. 짐승이 무슨 잘못이 있겠냐마는 어쩌겠냐. 너가 날 죽이려고 하는데.
More dragons. Wolves. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
군용 와이번이라. 아. 별거 아니구만. 아, 떴다.
A noble stand.
와우, 다크 드래곤 나이트야? 중이병의 끝이구만.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need
토구는 별로 안 멋있는데?
of cleansing.
오. 킹둠의 킹기사. 뭐 일반 용기사랑 뭐가 다른 거지? 자, 까불지 말고 돌아가세요. 님만 살았구만.
So wait. Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
아, 이거 타이밍이
You
참
mean finish him?
애매하단 말이야. 아. 그만 까불어 이 새끼야. 아, 뭐야, 벌써 끝났어? 뭐가 흑기사란 거야? 또 다른 거 하나도 없구만.
I don't see any more.
별거 아니었구만.
How do I? The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My,
진짜 흑기사는 내가 아닐까.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the
검은도
comings.
있고
For the
흑발에다가
time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For
그래.
as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our
새끼
hearts,
잘
the
컸네.
Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning.
그래, 숙부는 어디
Lord
있어?
Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians.
어.
And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord,
아, 내가
knowing that one
죽었다고.
wrong move might prove his downfall.
그럴만하지.
It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your
증표
loyalties lie.
수집가.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do.
나중에 이 증표 같은 거
I don't
다
want my
합치면
men
이제
attacking
공인
you
인증서
again.
되는 거 아니야?
Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
그래.